Mahsa Amini, also known as Gina Amini, was a 22-year-old Kurdish-Iranian woman whose life and tragic death have come to symbolize the struggle for women's rights and personal freedoms in Iran. Born in Saqqez, Kurdistan province, Amini was known for her kindness, vibrancy, and deep connection to her Kurdish heritage. Her friends and family described her as a person who navigated the complexities of life in Iran with quiet strength and hope. Despite systemic restrictions imposed on women, she managed to express herself within the boundaries set by the regime. On September 13, 2022, while visiting Tehran with her family, Mahsa was arrested by the Gasht-e-Ershad, or morality police, for allegedly violating Iran's dress code for women. Despite her brother's pleas, she was taken away. Eyewitnesses report that she was roughly handled, and what followed was a tragic chain of events. While the specifics of what happened inside the detention center are still under investigation, multiple sources suggest that Mahsa was subjected to severe physical violence. Reports indicate she was beaten, particularly on her head, leading to her falling into a coma. Her family disputes the regime's claims of pre-existing conditions, calling for accountability and transparency. The crackdown on Mahsa Amini and countless others is rooted in Iran's ruling clergy's ideological framework. The mullahs adhere to a strict interpretation of Islamic law, especially concerning women's roles and appearances in society. This has led to the enforcement of hijab laws and other gender-specific regulations, acting as tools for the regime to assert control over women's lives. Wilayat, al-Faqih, or guardianship of the jurist, grants Iran's supreme leader ultimate authority, including interpreting and enforcing Islamic law. The regime views the hijab as crucial to Islamic identity, using it as a visible marker of compliance. The morality police are empowered to enforce these norms, often with little oversight. Mahsa Amini's death sparked a nationwide outcry. Protests erupted across Iran, with women burning their hijabs and cutting their hair in public defiance. The slogan, "Woman, Life, Freedom," became a rallying cry, symbolizing the desire for basic human rights and autonomy. Despite the government's brutal crackdown, the movement gained international attention, with organizations worldwide condemning Iran's actions. Mahsa Amini's death has renewed the call for fundamental changes in Iran, including the abolition of the morality police and the repeal of compulsory hijab laws. However, meaningful change will require sustained domestic and international efforts to challenge the regime's control over women's lives. Mahsa Amini's legacy has become a symbol of resistance against Iran's oppressive regime and its treatment of women. Her story has drawn global attention to the broader struggle for human rights in Iran, highlighting the courage and resilience of those who stand against oppression. The fight for justice and equality continues, and Mahsa Amini's legacy inspires those who seek a future free from such tyranny. End with a call to action and information on how viewers can support the movement for women's rights in Iran.